Colossians 3:17. Whatever you do in word or in deed, do all in the name of the Lord.
I'm all wrapped up, I'm all tied up, I'm all tangled up in Jesus. I'm all wrapped up, I'm all tied up, I'm all tangled up in God. I'm all wrapped up, I'm all tied up, I'm all tangled up in Jesus. I'm all wrapped up, tied up, tangled up in God. Oh yeah.
Faster!
I'm all wrapped up, I'm all tied up, I'm all tangled up in Jesus. I'm all wrapped up, I'm all tied up, I'm all tangled up in God. I'm all wrapped up, I'm all tied up, I'm all tangled up in Jesus. I'm all wrapped up, tied up, tangled up in God. Oh yeah. I'm all wrapped up, I'm all tied up, I'm all tangled up in Jesus. I'm all wrapped up, I'm all tied up, I'm all tangled up in God. I'm all wrapped up, I'm all tied up, I'm all tangled up in Jesus. I'm all wrapped up, tied up, tangled up in God. Oh yeah.
I demand justice. Hey guys, it's me again, Douglas, and today I'm continuing in our series on the Beatitudes. Yeah, and the Beatitude we're talking about is found in Matthew chapter 5, verse 7, and it says, "Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy." Now, mercy is like forgiveness, right? So, blessed are the merciful means blessed are the people who forgive others because they will be shown forgiveness, right? But, it can be really hard to be merciful because, we want things to be fair. We want things to be just. We want things to be right, so long as it benefits us. Otherwise, we don't really care about justice. We don't care about justice so long as we're the ones that benefit. At my school, there's this vending machine, and it's really, really old, and it's got like chips and candy and stuff in there that you put the little coin in the vending machine, and then you make your selection, and then it gives you the thing that you asked for. Now, everybody loves this vending machine because, well, it's so old that oftentimes you'll put in a quarter and you'll get the candy that you want, but then you'll also get something else, right? It accidentally will drop more than one thing a lot. And so I like to take my allowance and, get a candy bar or a bag of chips or something because it'll usually give me more than I paid for. It's awesome. Everybody loves it. But there was this one day where I put in my money and I made my selection and I pushed the button and it kind of makes this roaring sound, this buzzing sound, and then it did not drop the bag of chips. And so I kind of hit it a little bit and it didn't do anything, and I pushed the coin return thing so that it'll at least give me my money back, but it didn't even give me my money back. And so I'm like, I'm getting really, really upset here, and I'm yelling, and I'm kind of shaking the thing, and I'm kind of running into it and trying to knock it down, or just to give me my chips that I asked for, at least give me the chips that I paid for. And I'm totally making a scene. I'm yelling and I'm screaming and I'm shaking this thing trying to get it to go, and people are kind of looking at me like I'm crazy because, well, I was kind of crazy in that moment. I was just furious that it did not give me the bag of chips that I had paid for with the money that I worked so hard for my allowance, and it wasn't fair. I was so mad. But it's not like I was mad when I got more than I paid for. Could you imagine if I had paid for a bag of chips and it gave me a bag of chips and some candy and I had the same epic level meltdown? Be like, I only paid for a bag of chips. I don't want this candy too. Ah! No, that's not going to happen. You get more than you paid for, and you're like, great, that's awesome. When we do something wrong, when we hurt someone's feelings or we do something we should not have done, we really, really like it when people forgive us. But if someone does something bad to us, we always seem to want something bad to happen to them, right? And you see that in movies and TV and stuff, like people love a revenge story. Like someone does something mean to you, there are whole movies about somebody plotting their revenge against this person who wronged them, and we look at those people as heroes. It's like, good for you, you got justice. That's not what Jesus is saying. Jesus is saying, good for you. You showed mercy. You forgave. Because the truth is, I think most people kind of view themselves as a pretty good person, right? And so they get so mad when something is unfair against them because they're like, I can't believe you would be so mean to me, right? I'm such a great person. But then when we do something wrong, we're like, oh, it was just a mistake. I'm normally not like this, and so you should cut me some slack, right? You should be nice to me. You should forgive me for doing something mean because I'm a good person. But the truth is, we all do things for which we need forgiveness, right? We all do bad things. Jesus was the only one to never ever sin. And so you might think of yourself as a good person. You might be a pretty good person, but the truth is you need forgiveness. You do. And so you should show forgiveness. You should be merciful to others because there's going to be a time where you need mercy. And so that's my challenge to you guys today, is that you would be merciful, right? That you would forgive other people. That you wouldn't be so obsessed with, getting even that you forget that you also sin. Jesus said, "Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy."
Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for man.
The wise man built his house upon the rock. The wise man built his house upon the rock. The wise man built his house upon the rock, and the rains came tumbling down. Oh, the rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up, and the wise man's house stood firm. The foolish man built his house upon the sand. The foolish man built his house upon the sand. The foolish man built his house upon the sand, and the rains came tumbling down. Oh, the rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up, and the foolish man's house went splat. So build your house on the Lord Jesus Christ. Build your house on the Lord Jesus Christ. Build your house on the Lord Jesus Christ, and the blessings will come down. Oh, the blessings come down as your prayers go up. The blessings come down as your prayers go up. The blessings come down as your prayers go up. So build your house on the Lord Jesus Christ.